good golfer has the determination to win and the patience to wait for the breaks. Gary Player. Ladies and gentlemen, this is On the Screws Podcast, Episode 2. Let's go.
Yes, sir! In your life have you seen anything like that?
3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2. 1 putt, par 4, birdie, woohoo. New driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew, shooter McGavin, 2 thumbs that's up high and 2 fingers pointed at you, pew pew.
Welcome to On the Screws Podcast. I am your host, Mac Dixon, here with my co-host, Matt Lindsay.
What's going on?
Yeah, we've got a really exciting episode number 2 coming up here.
Yeah. Wait, this is gonna be fun. This episode, we actually had the pleasure of sitting down with the owner of Triple Bogey.
Yeah, Jeff Tate. Thanks again, Jeff.
Yeah, it's we had a great conversation. We're gonna hear his story, his journey through golf, how he's ended up in the beer industry. But the man is very humble.
Yeah.
Very nice guy, and he's been very successful in life too. So we can't wait for you guys to hear his story. It's
pretty amazing story, but
very incredible.
I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Rory Blackeroy there for that incredible intro. Once again, thank you,
yes,
Rory.
thanks,
Please
Rory.
check him out on Instagram at Rory Blackeroy. Okay, so
Let's dive right in here, yeah.
Yeah, we've got some pretty exciting golf this weekend. You know, the CME LPGA event at the Tiburon Golf Course in Naples, Florida, which is where they played the QBE last weekend. So, pretty incredible. The golf world is dominated by Charlie Woods right now, but we're going to get into
that is definitely what's trending in the world of golf right now, and we will definitely get into that in a bit.
But some of the highlights from this weekend, Brooke Henderson opened with a 6 today on kind of an easier par 5. Now had a few bogeys on the front 9, shot a 39, and then rifled off 4 straight birdies on the back 9.
Yeah, she had a good back,
Yeah. So she got a T7. Pretty good round. Hit a really nice birdie putt on the 18th to tie for 7th. It was nice to see her kind of get back into contention there.
Yeah, she finished 10 under.
Yeah, 10 under in total. Yeah.
That's good, yeah. T7. Other notables for the week, Christy Kerr down here for a T10 at 8 under par. Lexi Thompson playing well.
Yeah.
Playing well.
It's a good weekend.
She finished tied for 5th at 11 under.
Unfortunately with that, Lexi Thompson had the longest LPGA streak going for at least one win in a calendar year. So that ended at 7 years.
Is that right?
Yeah. Dustin Johnson.
That's a great fact.
Oh, yeah. Dustin Johnson being the longest in golf at 14 years. Incredible.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I can't believe it's so hard to believe he's been around for 14 years now.
Yeah, with one win in each calendar year. But
wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing to have that many, she's been around the game for so long now, but to have that type of consistency, to have one win on tour each year, pretty good.
Another notable for the week, my girl, Charlie Hall.
Yeah.
T13, 7 under. Wasn't her best showing. She's still, I expect great things from Charlie Hall. I'm just predicting it.
Yeah, I think she was in the second to last pairing with Brooke, actually.
Yeah. Another notable who's playing really good golf lately, too, is Lydia Ko. She had a T5 at 11 under.
I did want to actually mention Alina Sharp, another Canadian. So shot the low round of the weekend today. So she finished, I think, tied for 46, but she shot a 64. Pretty impressive round. Low round of the weekend.
Right on. Good old Canadian gal.
But yeah, Jin Young Ko, showing why she's the world number 1. She just qualified for the CME Championship in the final round of the U.S. Open last week.
Is that right?
She's only played 3 events here. Just came over to play, was kind of, talking to a lot of the other Asians on tour, saying, like, are you guys feeling comfortable over there? Because they've kind of, beat the curve with COVID, in Asia right now. Like, they're in a lot better standing than we are in North America. So, she decided to, get back to playing on the LPGA and skyrocketed back up to world number 1. So
good for her.
Yeah,
she's a fantastic talent.
Yeah, she had the Cameron Smith vibe going all weekend. So she shot 4 rounds in the 60s, the only player to do that in the whole tournament. So,
good for her.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Much deserved win. Congrats.
Minus 18.
Yeah,
by 5 strokes.
That's a good
1.1 million.
Wow,
pretty big purse.
And it's great to see the purses in the LPGA slowly growing. When you look back even just 10 years ago, the purses were not even close to what they are now. So, ladies and gentlemen, our listeners, like, trust me, get on the LPGA tour and check it out weekly. Like, you're missing some good golf. If you're not already watching it, you are missing some good golf. These girls can fucking play. So
you know what? Like, in Matt and I, when we were growing up, a lot of the game was kind of dominated by Tiger. You know, David Duval, Vijay Singh, a couple other guys, Ernie Els, Phil Mickelson, were kind of threatening him at times. But when Tiger was in the field, you kind of figured it was Tiger. Right now, like, it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Jin Young Ko was like minus 18, dominated all day today. So I think she's 25. So,
you know, and with the PGA Tour as well, LPGA is very similar. At any given day, anyone, like, you can be from England, you can be from the United States, you can be from Canada, you can be from Asia, you can be from, you know, any Australia, any part of this world. It's like you said, it's anyone's game, right? So it's that's what makes it fun, and
it's very competitive.
And that's also why I enjoy the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup, more of the Ryder Cup, but it's that's what the lead up to that is just phenomenal. So.
Yeah. So into the, I guess, more dominated PGA event this weekend. We did have Annika Sorenstam in there. So, you know, the best female golfer of all time, in my opinion. Yep. So the PNC Championship featuring...
This was a fun weekend for this. This was good to
Charlie
watch.
Woods and his father, Tiger.
Yep.
So watching those two was absolutely incredible.
Well, we'll get to that. Because they didn't win, which we kind of assumed that they wouldn't win.
Yeah.
Our prediction, especially Mac, and I just really agreed with him. We predicted Team Thomas to come out on top, which they did at 25 under par. Their final round was 15 under.
Yeah.
They weren't doing too good yesterday.
No.
But
Charlie was in their head. You see him drop the note in the bunker when they put it in the bunker.
I didn't know.
I don't know what hole they were in, but so him and his dad, Justin Thomas and his dad, both went in the right bunker. And he writes on a note, draw hole. Like, you got to hit a draw on this hole. Because he almost drove the green, like Charlie was.
And the kid's 11.
And he leaves a note in the bunker.
The kid's 11. Well, Tiger's been known to be a good trash talker, so he's teaching his kid every aspect of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, but pretty amazing tournament from the two of them.
Yeah.
The Singhs played incredible golf, too. The putters let them down a little bit today. Like, I was just watching the ending... the last, 5 or 6 holes, they had a couple opportunities to just really take control of the tournament. Unfortunately, they missed it. But I remember watching Cass Singh, when he was younger, and he always had a kind of that smooth swing, kind of like VJ, just kind of silky smooth tempo. But man, that kid is big now. Like
VJ's a big lad himself.
Yeah, but this guy's built like a football player. Just swings the club perfectly. He is an
That's one thing about VJ. It was always fun to watch him swing the club.
Awesome.
Other notables for the week, the Daily, Team Daily.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Dailies. So, best dressed, they won the best dressed.
Always.
Both
always.
But unreal distance. And so Little John, if you want to call him that, Little John, or, John Daly the second.
I think he prefers Little John. I think he'll always be Little John.
His club head speed, do you have a guess? I haven't looked it up. I'm just watching him. Do you have a guess?
It's got to be 110, 115.
Yeah, I would even go
higher.
A little bit higher.
I can do quick research as you get into the details of the.
Yeah, because watching just the way he kind of enters the slot is wild, man. It's his impact, his impact position when he's striking the ball is absolutely crazy. But he's got a nice touch too. He's got some nice putting. Good work around the greens. He doesn't really have a whole lot to work on in his game. Obviously he's young, he wants to work on things, but kind of like John Daly was the same way. He had a pretty well-rounded game. He was very smooth with the putter. But my guess is going to be low 120s for swing speed for Little John right now.
Yeah, I'm not able to really find numbers on that now.
We'll have a look at it because
we'll bring that up for another episode. But I'm sure it's up there.
When I crank it up, it's just he does it effortly. Mm-hmm. It's impressive to watch.
He's got talent, so it's going to be fun to watch him in the future.
They were probably aside from we'll get into Charlie Woods, but they were probably my next favorite team to watch.
Yeah.
They were.
It's another notable on the week that is always fun to watch, especially at Augusta National. Bernhard Langer, and now him and his son usually have a good team, but Mac was just telling me that there was an injury, a back injury
tennis,
or something.
So he was playing tennis, I guess, like last Friday or something, tweaked his back, and so his daughter's in playing.
His daughter filled in for the week, and they finished at a T12 at 17 under par.
Yeah.
So good week for the Langers. Clearly, their whole family are fucking athletes.
Yeah,
so.
you can never count them out. Like his game is just the course where they were playing to is kind of tight and narrow, not overly long, right? So it kind of suits the PNC type championship. You know, there's the father son, the son and our father and daughter with Annika Sorenstam. So it kind of suits that because they have different tee blocks for each, like for different age categories. So guys playing like Gary Blair and Lee Trevino are playing from the middle deck, and then Charlie Woods is playing from an advanced deck, and then you got the pros at the back, right?
Yeah.
So it really suited Longer's game.
Absolutely.
Like, guys that can find the fairway, and that's what Charlie Woods did. All weekend.
So now let's do it. Let's dive in. Yeah. Charlie and Tiger.
Yeah.
They had a good week still. They were
17 under as well, right?
They finished 7th at 20 under par.
20 under, okay.
The highlight of the weekend, I should say, for me, was watching, I believe it was the third hole, par 5. And they used Charlie's drive. Mm-hmm. And Charlie had 175 yards to the pin. I think it was a front left pin location, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
front
just
left.
5 paces on.
And he absolutely crushes a 5-wood and it puts it to 4 feet. And
you got to remember, he's 11.
He's 11, so that's a big 175-yard 5-wood is a big and the swing and just the contact, everything about it was so pretty to watch. So he single-handedly eagled that hole.
Yeah,
because he stepped up and said, "Dad, don't worry, I got this," and he drained that 4 or 5 footer, whatever it was. And it was pretty to watch. So yeah,
Tiger was saying that was he was getting pretty emotional in the interview after the round, and he said that was his first eagle. That was his first ever eagle. So one of the things
is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So one of the things I saw on social media was Kyle Berkshire posted. He commented on it. Was about the he just said like that recoil, like when he kind of followed through, like he was playing a bit of a draw around the tree. It was amazing to watch. Like it was so amazing, and to have the fastest swing speed on the planet and the longest driver in the world comment on yours when you're 11 years old is pretty amazing.
Yeah. No, he was. He's got great talent. I can't wait to see him in the future. There's no doubt in my mind that kid's going to be on the PGA Tour in the next, 11? So who knows? It could be in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. You don't know. It depends on his. And we'll get into it a little more too. But it all depends on what the route he wants to take in life. Because Tiger made sure he got an education.
Yeah. That's what I really liked about watching. I watched all weekend, every single hole, and every time Charlie would hit a putt or hit a shot, hit a chip like a wedge shot, right away, Tiger's in his ear. Great shot.
Yeah.
They all were great shots, so it's easy to say. But the encouragement from Tiger was amazing. It was really nice to watch, and I noticed a lot today. They would hit kind of for instance, like they had a wedge in from 91 yards. They both hit it to about 7 feet. No doubt in their mind, they're walking up and Tiger says, "We're taking yours." Like always. It didn't even look at the read from the putt, didn't look at the angle. Just took Charlie's just to kind of give him that confidence, which was, I don't know, it was nice to watch. Like it was really nice, man.
Yeah, it was very fun to watch. And I have some stuff about Charlie and Tiger. The 2019 Masters was the first major that Charlie was alive for. Well, to see his dad win, because his last major was the U.S. Open in 2008, and Charlie Woods was born in 2009. So him and even his older sister, Tiger has a daughter, Sam, that's I believe 13 years old, and they've never seen the Tiger roars because of the injuries and stuff.
Right.
That was all new to them. This is all new to them. Most of Tiger's success was before they were even born. Tiger was even saying leading into this week that this pandemic actually outplaying with Charlie a lot more than normal, playing 18 holes almost every day. So he was the shots that Charlie was hitting, Tiger's going, "I've seen him hit it, he can play." A little bit about Charlie Woods, as far as his golf career at 11 years old, he's already won 2 junior tournaments. One was a 9-hole U.S. Kids event. 5 shots, he shot a 3 under 33. And 2 weeks after that, he won the PGA South Florida sectional tournament by 3 shots in the 9 to 11-year-old division.
You got to remember, too, a lot of those tournaments are only 9 holes, right? So
yeah, I know. So to be firing off scores like that, like I said, the kid's 11 years old. He averages 200 yards with his driver. 180-yard 3-wood. We obviously know that 5-wood, it was about 170, 175. He's hitting a pitching wedge 100 yards at 11 years old.
Today, one of the drives that they used, there's bunker front left, front right, and hole's 245 yards. So Tiger's deck, Justin's, it's 150 yards back. It's set 150 yards back, so they'll kind of find Charlie's tee block somewhere in the fairway, whatever it may be. 250 or 245 yard par 4. And he drove it up about 10 yards short.
It's phenomenal. At 11. And they're putting these pin placements like there's no reason this 11-year-old kid's going to get inside 50 fucking yards. Like it's just nuts.
Knocking wedges.
So what I want to know, and this is the question after watching this kid play, is Augusta National, the drive, chip, and putt.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no doubt in my mind that this kid could qualify for that. Is there a rule, or is it just like not even fair? Like is a pro's child not allowed to compete in the drive, chip, and putt, especially a multiple green jacket winner, his son?
Hard to say. There was so much talent though in like the family genetics of this weekend was like watching Kutcher's kid play was awesome. Like his swing is like he's a thin guy, kind of tall.
So just like his dad.
He's 14, yeah,
just like his dad.
Tall, thin, but man, like he can hit the ball. I don't know. I think sure. Why not? Why not?
Well, there'd have to be a written rule about that. Like, no, Charlie cannot compete in this because it wouldn't even be fair. Like, but I don't know. It's something I thought of as something I jotted down. I'm curious about. Like,
just have a look and see.
So,
but a lot of this. Are you doing okay? You got more?
No, I'm good. Just wanted to really get the listeners just a little info about Charlie because I expect to hear his name a lot more in the coming years. Expect to see this kid
trending number 1 on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, which is great to see.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Kind of this year, especially, there's been so much change in golf, right? Like we got the hoodies, we got more kids getting involved, we got more recretional players.
The game is growing.
Good. Yeah, really good for the game.
For the better.
Pace of play has been a really big thing, which is big for you and I. I'm a little bit slower than you. I spend a little bit more time on the green, but we like to hit and kind of move on, right? Play some music, enjoy the game, have some drinks.
I am a faster than usual player. I play fairly quick. I'm not saying I'm like, lightning fast, but I like to, especially if I'm by myself, Max says I do play pretty quick, but slow play doesn't really bother me as much as I think it should. Obviously, there's a breaking point for everyone. Yeah. There's a point where I'll say this is fucking ridiculous,
right?
Right?
Final round of the year. I was getting a couple lessons.
No. Yeah. So we really want to dive into this interview we have with Triple Bogey's owner Jeff Tate. So I am going to dive into Matt's rapid fire.
Okay.
I got 5 questions for Mac, and
let's do it.
For anyone who's listening for the first time, he's got a minute on the clock. 5 questions, complete random questions. He has no idea what they are. I try to kind of relate to what we're going to talk about for the questions, but he has no idea, and it's just something fun for both Mac, myself, and you, the listeners.
You can see I had no idea last week.
Yeah. So this is Matt Rapid Fire. It's so corny, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it is frightening. I am not ready, but let's do it. Let's see if I can do better. For anybody who's watched us on YouTube, you can find our updates on YouTube, Instagram, OTS Golf. Last week I went 1 for 5. I narrowly missed the U.S. Women's Open question though by 1 year, 1945 to 1946.
And there was actually a question that I asked Mac, and for some reason I skipped the answer.
Oh, right.
So I want to just touch on that. The question was, what is the record for the most U.S. Women's Open wins? Max said 3. So the record is 4, and it's held by 2 ladies. Betsy Rawls, who won the 51, 53, 57, and 1960 U.S. Women's Open, and Mickey Wright, who won the 1958, 9, 61, and 64 U.S. Women's Open. So that was the answer for that. I apologize. I don't know how I skipped over that, but I wanted just to let you guys know. So
Mickey Wright, too. Hell of a player.
Yes. Wow. 2 legends of the game.
Yeah.
So, okay, Mac. I'm going to set the clock. I think you're going to do better this week. I truly think so. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. How many majors does Tiger Woods have?
15.
What was Tiger Woods? What year was Tiger Woods' first major?
98.
What is the average loft of a 5-wood?
Ooh, I'm Ben Ford. 37. 5 wood? 5 wood? Sorry.
5 wood.
Oh, I was saying 5 iron. Hold on. We got to start this again.
No, you got. This is the point of the clock, man. This is the point of the clock. You can pass and go back to it after.
Pass.
Okay. Which major did Arnold Palmer never win?
U.S. Open. 23 degrees.
And what's the age of the youngest player in the to start in a PGA Tour event?
PGA Tour?
Yes.
18. That's not right.
Oh.
That's not right.
Okay, so
the average would be, I slid in 23 degrees there. I thought you said 5 iron, sorry.
Okay, so I'll give it to you. So you answered all questions.
Yeah, I said it there.
So, okay, you just finished with enough time. I'm going to give you the 5-wood.
I said it as you were going. Yeah,
you did.
I said it later on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first question was, how many majors does Tiger Woods have? You said
15.
And you were correct. At age 44, Tiger has 15 majors. His last major was the 2019 Masters, which obviously we all remember. Almost 11 years after his 14th, which was the 2008 U.S. Open win. So I personally think at 44, he's done. But I'd love to see him win another. But, let's wait and see. Still playing well. What year was Tiger Woods' first major? You said 1998. It was 1997. The Masters. He was the youngest.
That too.
I know. It's the clock, man. It's the clock. Whatever. You're 1 for 2. So, 1997, Tiger Woods was the youngest player to win at 21 years old. He shot 18 under par, 12 strokes ahead of the runner-up, Tom Kite. Just absolute domination. And 18 under par was the tournament record until this past Masters, which was beaten by Dustin Johnson. So, cool little fact there.
See, I knew he was 21. I knew he won by 12 strokes.
Just a year. You're 1 year off. That's okay. That's all right.
It's going to be a trend in these things.
Third question, which you did pass on, and you did throw it in at the end there. What is the average loft of a 5-wood? 23 degrees was your answer. The correct answer is 18 to 19. 5-wood loft is very similar to a 2-iron. So, a 3-wood would be around 15 degrees, from what I understand. Obviously, PGA Tour players, they go a little stronger, but, off the shelf, you're going to be getting an 18 to 19 degree for a 5-wood. So, question 4. Which major did Arnold Palmer never win? You said the U.S. Open. Nope, he has that. He never won the PGA.
Okay.
And the PGA. So the PGA Championship was the only major he didn't win that would have completed the career Grand Slam. So if he had ever taken home the Wanamaker Trophy, that would have made him the 6th player in history to complete the career Grand Slam. He has 3 runner-ups at the PGA, 1964, 68, and 70. He's got 2 U.S. Opens. He's got an Open Championship and 4 green jackets. Hell of a career still, Arnold Palmer. A legend of the game, one of the greats. And question number 5. What's the age of the youngest player to play in a PGA Tour event? You said 18. The clock was getting a little low there, so I know you were panicking. The answer is 14. 14 years old, 7 months, and 24 days. And that was played by Lawrence Chan, who... I
did not know that.
Yeah, Lawrence Chan. He played... he's a Hawaiian boy. Grew up in Hawaii. Grew up playing Wailea Country Club, which is what hosts the Sony Open, and he competed in the 2009 Sony Open. he didn't do the typical like Monday qualifiers. He won an amateur event to qualify.
Okay.
Fortunately, he missed the cut, but for the Thursday and Friday, he was paired with Jason Duffner and Ricky Barnes. He said that it was an unreal experience. He would have loved to make the cut, but at 14 years old, still incredible. He said he was a little.
Know who the second youngest is? Because I can think of myself right now, or think to myself that I believe Sergio's played at 16.
Oh, there's been players playing at 14 too. Like this is probably by like. I remember seeing the chart. It was like by like days and months and stuff like that. So, like I said, he's played that Walalay Country Club. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. He grew up in that area, so he says the nerves got to him. He's pretty sure he shanked his driver on the first hole. But imagine being 14, starting in a PGA Tour event, and then when he's played that course since, he's kind of looks at it and goes, "How did I end up over there?" Said it was still in play.
Yeah.
But so either way, yeah, Lawrence Chan currently on the our very own Canadian tour. He's on the Mackenzie Tour.
Charlie, man.
And you know what? That's why I threw this question in. This could be broken by Charlie. Like, it just depends. Because he's still a kid. He's still got to grow.
I think the way that, because he's pretty small for an 11-year-old, the way that golf is trending, though, is
I wouldn't even say he's too small. I just don't think he's had a growth spurt quite yet. That could happen any time now, right?
Yeah, but the distance, though, is what I'm saying. The distance is going to be tough for him to compete with the length.
Absolutely. But all he has to do is grow a little, and the distance will come because he's still 11. So he's got 3 years he'll be 12 in February. So let's call it 2.5 years to break that record. I'm not saying he will, but, it's something to look out for. So, yeah, Matt's rapid fire. That was good. I thought you were going to do better than that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to do better. The clock gets him.
Me.
He gets
because I thought 5-iron for a second, and I'm playing bent up M6s right now. So M6s play almost one standard club length or club degree forward.
Yeah.
So
when you said 37, I kind of just went. He's got to be thinking, did I say 5-iron? But I'm pretty sure I said 5 wood.
You said 5 wood, and I jumped right to 5-iron.
It's the clock, man. Don't worry, you'll get. It's the second time. I know one day, ladies and gentlemen, Mac will get 5 for 5. One day he will, because I tried to make that. I knew you weren't going to get. If you knew the Lawrence Chan question, I would have been shocked.
We even talked about Arnold Palmer. I should have known that. We talked about that last week, I think. Or you.
That's why I thought you might know. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are so pumped about this. Yeah. We can't wait for you to hear this conversation. For two guys, let's face it, we're two fucking nobodies.
Yeah, we're just starting out a golf podcast. A few months ago, we kind of had the idea. And yeah, we're kind of trying to work on our social media.
And if you follow us on Instagram, may I add that has nothing to do with me, Matt Lindsay. I am not a social media guru. That is all Mac Dixon. He runs our Instagram page. He is he knows what he's doing.
When something inappropriate gets posted, it's on me, I guess now.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
A few weeks back, though, I posted just on a story or something asking somebody like what their favorite drink is on the course, and somebody wrote triple bogey. So I naturally tagged them just to kind of, give them a little hop with that. And right away they messaged back, and
which triple bogey for the last few years has been a drink of choice of mine. Yeah. On the golf course, and I'm not just saying that it's a good beer. It is a good lager.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome. And it's
when you're golfing, you kind of look like, I'm on the golf course right now. Why not get a triple bogey?
Yeah. It just kind of works, right? So we're not even just saying that because of the recent conversation that we've had with Jeff Tate from Triple Bogey, but yeah, right away he just said, shoot me a text and let's set something up. So
very, very humble man, very smart man. You can tell just by his delivery. He's a very intelligent man. You could pick this man's brain for days. His experience and his travels and where he's been and where he's studied, who he's taught, who he knows. It's phenomenal. Very humble. For him to come on this show with us really meant a lot. Yeah. And, he's also, you can tell that he's just a great family man too. So
you're going to hear that. So if you're still following us right now, this deep into the podcast, have a listen. Here's our conversation with Triple Bogey Brewery.
Jeff Tate. Here, yeah. Hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Jeff, it's Mac. How are you?
Hey, Mac, good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing, man?
I'm real good.
Yeah, thanks for taking the call. We appreciate it.
No, my pleasure. It's good for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you're the owner of Triple Bogey, so how about you tell us kind of the history of it?
Okay. I started in 2014. I used to own a golf clothing company called Quagmire Golf. Started that back in 2005, I think.
Right on. Yeah.
And then I actually owned. I got the rights to work with Arnold Palmer, so I had a deal with them that I licensed Arnold Palmer wear. We changed it into Arnie clothing, and we sold it all across North America. I got to spend a lot of time with Arnold, and I went to the Masters with him. I went through his closets. I became very close with his family, and sadly at the end of it went to his funeral.
Oh man.
But bittersweet, right? It was it was a good run. So
right on.
And then after that, I kind of sat around, and so I had some partner issues with Quagmire, and the Arnold Palmer stuff was attached to the Quagmire business, so it kind of all fell apart in 2012. We had some good business going, doing a few $1 million, selling shirts across North America, shirts, pants, shorts, hats, all that stuff. So I kind of had to regroup, and I did a year of teaching at Durham College. So I taught marketing at Durham to the golf program, as well as just a basic business program. And while I was doing that, I put the business plan together for Triple Bogey. And we launched it in 2014, my wife and I, Megan, and we haven't looked back since. We've been going strong, and everything's been good, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow. Actually, we have a couple of Triple Bogeys right in front of us right now, ice cold. So we're gonna, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So,
correct.
But
how about that?
That's an incredible story, by the way. I do actually remember Quagmire. On the golf course, I've always been one of those guys who likes to be very loud. So I'm into the colors and all that stuff. And but I honestly didn't know all of that with Arnold Palmer about yourself. That is just fascinating. I'm sure you're filled with stories. So I'm sure.
Yeah, I read up a little bit. I read some of the Arnold stories, and you met Jack, and you've had a couple late nights with some big celebrities, I guess, too, which is pretty amazing. I'm sure you have some good stories that will be with you for the rest of your life, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We met Jack at Augusta. We were 2012, and the par 3 contest was rained out. Arnold was playing in it. Arnold hits me on the shoulder, says, "What do we want to do now?" And I said, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" He said, "Well, let's go drink." And then so we went up and had some Kettle Ones, and all of a sudden Jack and his wife showed up, and I just sat there, fly on the wall, just listening to stories. Being on the Augusta property with those two is something that nobody ever take away from me, for sure.
I can't even imagine.
Are you an avid golfer yourself still, Jeff? Or are you
used to be. Yeah. Used to be. I worked at St. Thomas Golf Club. Worked for a guy named Dan Campbell. Dan was one of my mentors. Is one of my mentors to this day. He's the GM up at St. Andrews East, and then I also worked a bit for Greg Gladstone at Redtail. So I was going to be a golf pro. I wanted to do all that stuff. But then I went and worked on the cruise ships, and I taught golf out there. And then I actually went to university in Australia, where I started my first business, and it was just a kind of a beach pant business. And I decided that I wanted to kind of still be in golf, but I didn't want to be a golf pro. And that way, that's kind of where Quagmire started. So yeah, I've been golfing all my life. I got a 3-year-old right now, and so I don't golf as much, and a business to run. So
we understand.
Busy that way. Yeah. So I had my heyday.
So you're born in London?
St. Thomas.
Oh, St. Thomas. Okay.
So outside of London. So all our families are there. My wife's family's there. My family's there.
Right on.
We go back and see them and visit and do all that stuff. But now we live in the beaches in Toronto.
Down in the beaches.
I got an office here, and we actually brew the beer down in London just to keep it close to home. So we got a good excuse to go back and forth. So.
Right on. I actually went to into high school in the beaches. So Neil McNeil at Victoria Park and Kingston Road. So.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah. It's a small world, yeah. So with Triple Bogey, tell us about the name. How did you come up with the name?
I always say life's too short and golf's too serious, and that's kind of our motto. So, we decided that we wanted it to be fun. We wanted to reach out, same as Quagmire. Quagmire was kind of hitting the demographic of yourselves who want to be loud and kind of stand out on the golf course. For Triple Bogey, it's Absolutely. For the average golfer. It's for the average man, woman, whoever wants to have fun while they're golfing and drink some beer and not take it too seriously. So that's why we called it Triple Bogey. The logo is a +3 or a T and a B if you kind of look at it closely.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to maintain that kind of fun, funky attitude towards golf. And, all my buddies said I was crazy because most of the beer that's sold on golf courses is either Molson or Labatt. Yeah. And they kind of shrugged and went, "Yeah, it's your money, your loss if you can't do it." But now they're all excited and happy that we've kind of blown up and done what we've been able to do.
Absolutely, yeah. No, yeah. I find with beer, it's very niche. So especially nowadays with the craft breweries just taking over the market. To really target golf the way you did, I think is genius. And, myself included and with buddies that I play with, when we hit the turn, after the 9th hole, it's always, running into the clubhouse. "Hey guys, what are you grabbing?" "Oh, a couple triples." Right. So, it's,
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, well, in at the end of the day, it's a damn good beer. So I love a good lager, and I can't really do a lot of those, the really hoppy beers. Something when I take a sip of Triple Bogey, I think this is a damn good lager. So well done. Applause. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, we built it for the masses. I mean, there's a time and place for the IPAs and the stouts and all that stuff. We have 3 lagers. We have a light lager, an amber lager, and a premium lager. But in a 30-degree weather, when you're golfing, what do you want to drink? You want to crush lagers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we decided to keep it. Keep the theme, and I'm the same as you. I can't drink. I can drink maybe 1 or 2 IPAs, and then I'm tapped out, and I got to switch back to lagers. So we're basic, but we're delicious. We're full flavor, and we kind of cover the spectrum with the light and an amber, and then a regular. We have a seltzer that just came out, so that's going to launch. It kind of soft launched this year in the middle of summer, but we're going to really launch it in the spring. And then we also have a canned wine, which is great for, ladies leagues, men's leagues too, but it seems to be more targeted towards the ladies. And it's a small 250 milliliter can that's just kind of easy to put in your cup holder and cruise down the fairways. And you'll hear it here first. We got a new Triple Bogey non-alcoholic beer that's actually launching in January. Nice. So we haven't told anybody about it. It's just for the guys that either don't drink or have a couple of regular Triple Bogeys, and then they still want to have a few before they drive. They can get the same taste and the same feel of regular Triple Bogey, but it's a non-alcoholic beer. So,
great idea.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks.
I think one of the stories that comes to mind with I remember Matt and I golfing at Black Diamond, which is a course just off the 115 here, and us at the turn, the girl packing a cooler bag for us full of these. So it was probably 4 degrees as well when we were golfing late September. So it goes down pretty well in all types of weather.
Beautiful.
One of the things I read that Matt and I have in common with you is we're both fans of moccasins, or all 3 of us, I guess. We've all worn our moccasins. I've never worn them on the course, so tell us a bit about that. Is that kind of something that's with your old clothing brand, something that would kind of blend with that?
Yeah, I just want to be comfortable out there. I've never been a guy that wears golf shoes. Yeah, they're great. They're great for support. They're great for slippery days and all that stuff. I never play in the rain, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's either Converse or moccasins for me, to be honest. And if I know that it's going to be a nice, bright, sunny day, it's moccasins. And if I know that it might be a little cooler or whatever, then I'll wear the trucks. But it's just kind of a trademark. It's just what I've worn forever. And the first meeting that I went to meet with Arnold and IMG and all those guys, and I had my shorts on and my Converse on. I didn't wear the moccasins, but the guy was just looking at me like, "What's going on?" Where most people go in with their suits and ties on, right? But it was me. It built the relationship, and everybody just kind of went, "Okay, this is pretty cool." So we'll see what happens, and it worked out.
Right on. I'm gonna take a guess. Are you a John Daly fan?
Not really, to be honest. I met him a few times.
Yeah.
I'm a Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger's done what Tiger can do for the game of golf on a weekly basis is incredible. He's I met him a few times. Super nice guy. He's just perfect for the game of golf, and he's give him credit for every golf brand that's out there that he's attracted people to the game, that have bought shirts, hats, clubs, all that stuff. So he's the guy. He's the guy that sells tickets and what people want to watch, and you can watch him this weekend, I guess.
Yeah,
with his son. Actually, his son's out there, cool. Charlie, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the spot right now, because Mac and I have a little feud going. So as far as the greatest of all time, Tiger or Jack?
I gotta say Arnold Palmer. Sorry, boys.
Oh, I like it.
He's been in my life too much,
I respect that. That is a good answer.
Yeah, I got an intimate relationship with the Palmer family. I mean, they're to this day they still we go down to Bay Hill and we get treated like royalty. So we're Arnold Palmer fans through and through. And his daughter Amy is still a very good friend of mine, and Corey, his vice president, who's no longer with them anymore, but they were in my wedding. Like, I love Arnold Palmer, and I love what he did, and not just the golf, but his business, all of his businesses and all the things that he believes in and what he does. So
yeah,
you asked the wrong guy that question.
We've got no arguments there, though. That's for sure.
No arguments at all. No, absolutely. Cool.
So, are you going to watch any of the PNC this weekend?
Yeah, in between watching cartoons with the kid, right?
Yeah.
When you got a 3-year-old, you're watching whatever Sesame Street and whatever he wants to watch, and then you kind of catch a glimpse on commercials, I guess. So
yeah, Matt's got a newborn as well. So
yeah, I'm right behind you in a couple of years. I'm getting all my my golf and sports in right now. My wife just gave birth to a beautiful little girl 7 weeks ago. So
congratulations.
No, thank you.
Change your life, brother. A lot will change, but you know what? It's all for the good, and it's I was nervous about it to begin with because it was going to change my lifestyle and all that stuff. But best thing that ever happened to me.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. Right when it happens, it's like snap of a finger. It changed like everything, just the way you look at life, and
for sure,
it's awesome. Yeah.
Well, that's great, Jeff. We won't take too much of your time, but can you tell us where we can find Triple Bogey? I know I was out at the LCBO yesterday. So
sure.
Yeah.
So there's on our website, you can check it, www.triplebogey.com. You can see kind of where to get it. It's LCBO grocery stores. So it's on the shelves at Loblaws and Sobeys and all those places. And then we're in probably about 300 to 400, I don't even know these days, golf courses in Ontario. We're also in Alberta, Manitoba, and we're working on a few other places. So it's around, and then we got a bunch of bars and pubs and stuff. But right now, nobody's even allowed to go to any bars and pubs, sadly. So
it's true.
Your best bet is LCBO and grocery, and then we'll get through the winter, and then it'll be all over the golf courses again, and indoor golf places too, places like Faraway Greens, Players, Indoor Golf in Kitchener, a bunch of great spots, T's and Q's in Oshawa.
Yeah, we plan to get out there too, so nice.
Yeah, those guys have been great supporters from the beginning. There's many more, and I wish I could name them all, but check the website, and we're rocking and rolling, and we're happy it's Friday, so we're going to crack one now too.
Right on, man. Right on.
Join us. All right. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you taking the call. I know, we're starting out, and I appreciate you kind of remembering when you did. It's really good.
Hey, anytime, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yes, we really appreciate it. It was great speaking with you, and hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Sounds good. My pleasure. Take care.
Awesome. Cheers, Jeff.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care,
Okay.
Jeff.
Bye.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. That was our call with Jeff Tate, the co-owner of Triple Bogey. Thanks again, Jeff, Megan, and your team at Triple Bogey Brewing. incredible opportunity for us, and I think you can listen to it. He seemed to enjoy the conversation with us just as much as we did with him. So really, really incredible.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
A lot of fun.
Thanks again to Rory Blackeroy for letting us use his amazing music for our intro and outro. Give him a follow on Instagram at Rory Blackeroy.
And when you're on there, if you wouldn't mind stopping by, following us at OTS Golf. We currently have a giveaway going on with Golf with Greg. Kind of a little legend, in the Durham and GTA area.
He's a well-known dude.
Yeah, he's an avid golfer. Great content. Please stop by. He's helping us with his giveaway, so stop by and check his page out.
Mm-hmm. And Mac and I just would love to wish everyone a very safe and happy holidays. We hope you guys, everyone stays safe, enjoy yourself, have a couple drinks for us.
It's an interesting one this year, but from our families to yours, happy holidays.
Yes, all the best. Cheers, everyone.
Put that ball in the water and I thought it was skip it. Fit check up too fast and I thought it was skip it. Fit go past the flag and I thought it was sit. I come ready with excuses, boy, I'm a quit. Not really sure why I started this.